Well, it's been a red hot minute since I have shared a YouTube practice, and it was really good to be back here. Thank you to everyone. I had a few messages from some of you to say, when are you going to share another one? So here I am. I did a practice this morning here at Yoga Bodyworks, and it was really fun. I'm hoping I remember it. I don't plan a lot. For those of you that do my classes, you know that it just comes from somewhere, and I just love to just feel into it, to allow the body to kind of tell me where to go. So I'm going to do my best to remember what I shared today at Bodyworks, and it's definitely not a beginner flow. We will be experiencing some single leg squats, pistols or dragons, potentially shrimp squats, and a fair bit of compression. I'm going to use 2 blocks today. I guarantee that you'll find it easier and more effortless by using these 2 tools. But with all that being said, as you know, if you are jumping into this one, it's really important to listen to your body, to rest as much as you need to rest, to have fun along the way, and of course remember, if you like this video, you get something out of it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me to help you, and it's just really nice to share this incredible practice that has truly changed my life, you know, to one of you. And I hope that along the way, yoga can do for you what it has done for me, to provide presence and spatial awareness, but also to experience beautiful movement within the body, which is, I believe, what these bodies are here to do for us. So with all that being said, we are going to just start by breathing. I'm going to stay upright so you can hear my voice clearly, but you're welcome to lie on your back if you want. So taking some time to just become settled, and I'm hoping this might go for 45 minutes. We'll see how we go. But allow yourself to just land wherever that is, whether it be in a kneeling position where I am, or maybe it's just down into your back. Straight away, closing down the mouth, breathing through the nostrils, encouraging belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. So inhaling through the nose, feel the belly rise. And exhaling through the nose, feel the belly fall. If you're seated, you might, or lying down, you might place your hands where your diaphragm hits the belly. Inhale through the nose, feel the belly rise. And exhale through the nose, feel the belly fall. Keep going with that. So inviting in a sense of stillness, a stop or pause in your day, or a start to your day. No matter what's happened, you've arrived here and you have a new moment. I was speaking in my class before about tuning into our thoughts, and our thoughts are simply backed with energy, a vibration, so to speak, and that vibration is what will create more of the same. So as you sit here or lie down, I invite you to investigate gently as to where your thoughts are. What is it you're creating today? What are you choosing to give energy and attention to with your willpower? Your body will always be a reflection of the thoughts you are thinking. Our bodies will either open to the thoughts of feeling good or close to the more negative vibrations of lack, unworthiness, or feelings of not enough. So take a moment to observe what your body is doing with your thoughts. And if for whatever reason these thoughts are not serving you, and we're choosing to water the weeds instead of the plants, I invite you to redirect. I invite you to move towards more feelings of gratitude, of appreciation, of awe. Look what you have. Focus on what is here rather than what is not. If you're doing this practice, it's likely you have a roof over your head. You have a hot shower. You can eat food out of the fridge. And you have a body to move in. Is it possible to simply stay focused on that? Absolutely. Choosing to send our thoughts towards fear and lack and unworthiness is only telling the universe we're asking for more of the same. So take 5 more breaths here, in through the nose, belly rises, and out through the nose, belly falls. Use your exhale to let go. Whatever is here right now is here, but it's this next moment that matters where you redirect your attention to. Take 1 more breath in and an exhale. If you're on your back, I'm just going to invite in a little bit of movement here. So if you're in a kneeling position, feel free to stay, but if you're on your back, or feel free to join me. What we're going to do is lie on our back, place our hands on our knees, and we're just going to move the knees one at a time with your hands, which will open the hips. So a very organic hip opener here. As mentioned, this will be a little bit more of a less cueing, more sort of well-rounded practice here. Definitely not a beginner practice. So I do have beginner practices on my channel. Feel free to go back and immerse yourself in one of those. As we move through the hips here, I'm going to invite a very early twist, placing the left foot on the ground, landing onto that left hip, bringing the right knee across the body, finding 5 breaths here in your supine twist, let go. Allow the armor to come off your shoulders. Allow the right shoulder blade and scapula to melt down to the ground. Allow the body to yield. Inhale through the nose, belly rises, and exhale through the nose, belly falls. Take 1 more breath in. And an exhale, stay. Come back slowly through center here. Take a happy baby for 5 breaths. I don't know about you, but this feels so good in my body right now. So welcomed. Just allow, again, a pose, like how high can you get off a yoga pose, right? How high can you get today of like walking down to the beach or stepping outside, smelling a flower, having a hug from someone? Like, be curious about how good you can feel today. Let's slowly find our twist on the other side. Rock onto the right hip, bring the left leg over, find your twist. Left shoulder, left scapula relaxes and melts. Allow the eyes to soften. Gabby Bernstein says, it's good to feel good, and it is. When you practice spending time and your energy onto the things that feel good, more feel goods will come back to you. That's exactly what happens. Take 1 more breath in and stay for the exhale. We slowly come back and we're just going to start to do some rock and rolls. So just starting to move your spine a little bit here. No need to come up just yet. Just having a play with what it feels like to move up and down your spine. You might like catch a little bit of a hover here, hold. How much can you round the spine? We're working a fair bit with compression today. So you'll hear me use the term sternum to pubic bone a lot, which is your compression, pistol squats, shrub squats, and also any arm balances, etc. So we're going to come all the way up and over onto all fours. It doesn't matter how you get there. Fingers spread really nice and wide. And then from this position, we're just going to move the feet first and the ankles. So pick up your left knee and just rolling that left ankle around the joints. So it's really, really important to get into these guys. Change direction. We tend to forget about them a lot. Now move your left hip around. No need for circles here, just explore all different directions of that left hip. Now I've been moving this morning, I've been teaching, my hips are pretty sort of well nourished this morning, but you might have just woken up or been sitting in chairs, so be observant of how your hips feel as you move through some movements here, waking up one of the biggest joints in our body. Place that knee back down, tabletop. Take a few little spinal movements here, any direction, ripple, roll spine, puppy pose. Spend 5 breaths just exploring the joints in your spine, the vertebrae, wrists, neck, shoulders, even the jaw. Open and close that. And eventually we will place the hands on the ground, engage the core. We pick up the right foot, roll the ankle here. Now, I ended up cutting my foot on some oysters a couple of days ago. There might be some things I will modify, but I will talk you through it no matter what. So if you see me moving my right foot in a weird way, that's why. But again, when we're talking on thoughts, all I'm focusing on is my foot healing rather than, you know, potentially something going wrong with it. So it's really up to us what we do. Let's move that right hip around the joint now. Any directions here. Use your elbows to create more space with this by like bending the elbows down to the ground, the head comes down, like explore this 3-dimensional like space of the right hip, and you know, be curious about how it feels in your right hip today. Place that knee down. Again, 5 breaths here to move through any spinal movements of choice, potentially like exploring some back bends. Just be, you know, I might even like roll it over like what I'm doing here. Just be curious about like how your body feels here. Don't be afraid to move in any direction that feels good for you. Again, we'll take about 3 more breaths here. I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're potentially watching it at home, so explore, roll around your mat. Eventually, we are going to find our way into puppy. You're going to bring the hips above the knees, extend the arms out in front, and drop the sternum down towards the ground. So if this is too much for you, come into a child's pose. 5 breaths here. Allowing the scapula to draw together and heart space to the ground. Breathe in through the nose, belly rises. Breathe out through the nose, belly falls. We're going to move straight into our sort of practice here. We're going to build this. You will need blocks today. At any point you need rest, take it. Remember to listen to you, not to me. You are your biggest teacher. From here, we're going to take our time to find a child's pose, taking time to put the spine in flexion. Send those hips back. Take an inhale through the nose, belly rises. Exhale through the nose. Now listen up here, press into the hands. Ripple up and over into a modified plank, maintaining protraction here. So squeeze your glutes together, tuck the tailbone under like a sad dog, and then maintain that as you come forward, and we hold a push-up position here for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back, hollow the body out, send the hips back to child's. Now, we're going to do that 2 more times. Option to come up onto the toes, full plank position. Belly pulls to spine, sternum and pubic bone are drawing together. Maybe tuck your toes, finding high plank here, protract, bend the elbows, keep the protraction, core on, tailbone tucks under, hold for 3, 2, 1. Press back, slowly send the hips back. I did warn you. And we come into a child's pose. 1 more time, and we're going to bring this all the way over to the ground, but we're going to do it real slow. Up and over, protract, 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 tuck the toes, round the spine, high plank, pause, pull belly in towards backbone, sternum towards heart space, bend the elbows, hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly, slowly, slowly to the ground, elbows in, Good, untuck the toes, we land. All right, from here, oscillating cobras, bring the fingers out to the side and we move the head last. I'm gonna ask you to elevate the shoulders, bring them up around the ears. It's the only time I'm gonna ask you to elevate the shoulders, bring them up around the ears. Now chin to chest, push through the hands, slowly ripple up and the head comes last and the shoulders roll back and then slowly come down from the belly first, rib cage, chest, heart, and the head falls. 2 more times. Inhale, peel. Like a snake. Exhale, soften. 1 more time here. Breathe in. Oh, and exhale. That feels really good. Let's go 1 more. Feel free to make this a bit more mobile if you like. So inhale. Oh, and exhale. We'll take a scorpion here. Why not? Right arm out to the side. Left hand comes down. Inhale. Come over. Open that right side of the chest. Take 3 breaths here. Maybe that left hand comes up and over. Breathe here. Left hand up and over. Back to your belly. Beautiful, left hand goes out, right hand comes down to floor, right leg up and over, scorpion twist, head goes down, maybe that right hand comes up and over, 3 breaths here, such a beautiful shape. And we slowly come back down to the ground. Our next destination is a downward facing dog. So from where you are, maybe you push up into plank, and then lifting those hips, I'm just going to adjust my mat. You'll walk yourself back to a downward facing dog. So fingers spread nice and wide, and we just allow a little bit of movement here. Bring your hips, not your hips, your bum down towards your feet, send the hips back, and just explore some like curious movements here in your downward facing dog. Let your head shake yes, no. You might even like roll onto one hand and open up the body. Look, it's your practice. I'm just here as a guide. You are to listen to you, not to me, and make this your own. We are again chasing those feel goods in your body from your downward facing dog. Slowly, we're going to use compression. Start to walk your feet to your hands, but lift your hips up so that they start to lift over your shoulders every time. And we slowly start to take these tiny baby steps, getting the hips nice and high as we do this, all the way to the hands, and then bend the knees a lot and fold forward. Breathe in, breathe out, soften. From here, inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana, so a nice halfway lift here. And then exhale, fold. We'll do that 2 more times again because they feel amazing. Inhale, scapula engages, nice flat back, belly pulls in. Exhale and fold. 1 more time here, breathe it in. Exhale, fold, and we're gonna find a squat. Feet go wide, drop your bum down, and we find a squat here. Take an inhale, chin up, chest up, exhale, head down, bum goes up. Couple of times here. Inhale, head up, bum down. Exhale, bum up, head down. 3 more times on your own. Exploring what this feels like in your body. Don't ever judge what you find. Don't ever judge what you find. Things present in our bodies for us to observe, to thank what shows up so we can do something about it. Try that one on today. Forward fold, let your head go. From here, bend the knees, chin to chest, ripple slowly up your spine. All right, I think that video is good. I don't need to adjust it. Take a moment here, Tadasana. Notice that when you stand, your shoulders are back. This is a body that is open, as opposed to this is a body that is closed. Pay attention to how your phones make you feel. The moment you hold your device in front of you and you roll over it like this, you are actually closing off your body and telling your nervous system that you don't feel safe. This is only going to attract back more feelings that are backed with a sense of lack and not feeling enough. The moment the body closes, we put on our armor. We go into protection mode, and I guarantee you that doesn't feel good, right? So tune into how you hold this vehicle today, what our devices are communicating to our body, and ask yourself the question, is this a feel good, or is this one of these feelings that is only going to bring back more lack? The choice is on us. From the top of your mat, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, soften and fold. Now you've got 2 blocks there. Please use them if you would like to. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, we step back to a high plank and we pause. We take our time today. We are not moving fast. High plank, take an inhale, exhale, bend the elbows back, elbows brush side of the rib cage. Pause here, it's called a push up. We then press back up, high plank, protract. Keep the toes tucked. I'm not going to today, actually that feels okay. Send the hips back. Now from here, we're gonna oscillate the spine. Lift up a little bit, drop the forearms down to the ground, tuck the chin, pull the body through. You've got a cobra pose here, scapula together, toes untucked, breathe in, chin to chest, belly to spine, tuck the toes, lift back. It is a downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Now listen up here. We are going to bend the knees a lot and we're going to jump or step the feet outside the hands. Bum to knee height. Tuck the tailbone under, pause here. Take a full breath in. And stay for the exhale. Tuck the tailbone, ripple up the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold forward, yield. Half lift, breathe in, and plant hands, and we step back to a high plank and pause here. Inhale, protract. Exhale, half a push-up, elbows in, pause. Press back up on your inhale, protract. Send the hips back, tucked toes or not, your choice. Take a moment here. Lift up through the belly and then bend the elbows, forearms down, sweep through. Cobra or up dog, your choice. Breathe in, chin to chest, belly to spine. Ripple back to a down dog. We've got 2 more times like that. From where you are, bend knees. Look forward, push the floor away, jump the feet, outside the hands, tuck the tailbone, stay here. Your next inhale, ripple the spine up, so oscillate. Hands come up above the head, breathe out and fold. Inhale, Urdhva Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, pause. Do this really slow. We tend to rush these like gnarly bits. Hold on to it. You can always drop your knees, elbows back, come down for the push-up, press back up, send the hips back, knees wide. You can hover it if you want a little bit more fire, and then sweep the belly through, cobra or up dog. Breathe in, breathe out, down dog. 1 more round like that. Taking an inhale through the nose and exhale, let go, bend knees. Press into hands, jump feet, outside hands. Weight through heels, pause. Breathe in, oscillate. Hands up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, halfway. Breathe out, high plank, pause. Press the floor away. Inhale, protract. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, press back up. Again, your version here. Maybe you keep those knees off and play with this version. It's quite fun. And then we lift up and you scoot the chest through. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Feel free to drop your knees And find a child's pose here. Take 5 breaths. When we allow our bodies to pause, even in a yoga practice, we are giving ourselves a moment to check in somatically as to what our body is doing. Is it open or closed? And how is our body reacting or responding to the thoughts that we are choosing to think with our willpower? Michael Singer says we are the only ones creating the mess in our heads, and we are. So our job is to recognize what our body is doing when we think the thoughts that we're having. And if those thoughts are closing our body and moving towards that of fear, lack, unworthiness, or not feeling enough, our job is to focus on what is working and the things that will open your body. So not only can our nervous system return back to safety, but we can attract in what it is that we want. Take 1 more breath in, and as you exhale, we are going to start to move. So if you feel ready, we are going to come up to a downward facing dog. You may need your 2 blocks, pop them at the front of your mat. Lifting up your hips from your down dog, we are going to practice that little jump outside our hands, bend the knees a lot, jump or step your feet outside your hands, find yourself into your mid squat, tuck your tailbone here. Now this kind of resembles this little Mr. Miyagi moment. Move really slow, put the weight in your right foot, and how slowly can you lift up your left foot here, coming to stand. Keep your ribcage drawing down slightly. Take an inhale. Exhale, extend the left leg out in front, pulling the femur bone into the hip socket, resembling the start of a pistol squat. From here, bend the left knee, bend the right knee, send it back into airplane pose, Dekasana. 2 more times with that. Round the spine, sternum to pubic bone, bring left knee up to chest. Inhale, exhale, extend leg out in front. Good, inhale, knee bends. Exhale, bend the right knee, send the left leg back, Dekasana. 1 more time like that. Round the spine, compress, left knee comes up towards the nose. And exhale, extend out in front. Inhale, leg comes up. Exhale, how slowly can we find a double bent lunge? So we're bending the right knee a lot here and slowly stepping the left foot to back of mat. Bend the left knee, we find a double bent lunge, tuck the tailbone under. Loosen your right toes here, drive down through the tripod of the right foot. So we want to have this beautiful solid part of the foot pushing down. 60% into the heel, 40% into the balls of the right foot. Loosen your right toes. Take an inhale. As you exhale, arrowhead. So we want to lean forward, spine nice and straight. We want to really feel the vertebra extend, scapula squeeze, palms face down. Loosen your front toes here. Take an inhale. Stay for the exhale. We're going to inhale back to our lunge. Maybe keeping that back leg straight if that's there for you. Exhale, open into warrior 2. So we want blade edge of back foot down, right knee over right ankle. It's an external hip rotation. The foot, the inner arches are lifted in both feet. Really want to make sure that that knee and ankle are stacked. The knee is a hinge joint. And a lot of the time our knees suffer because our arches in our feet collapse from wearing modern day shoes. And we end up with knee surgery, hip surgery down the track due to our arches becoming weak. That's another story. So lift the inner arches, right knee over right ankle, external hip rotation, you're in Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe in. Now because we're working on our single leg squatting, when we come into Skandasana, we are thinking about keeping the left heel on the ground. Inhale, come up, star pose. Exhale, turn the left foot 45 degrees. And we start to come into your version of Skandasana or Cossack squat. You can come into the right heel or keep it down. And we're going to keep this left heel on the ground, left knee over left ankle, and play around with your version of Skandasana. But keep this left heel on the ground. If that means you're up here using a block, that's fine. We're trying to increase this ankle mobility. Now, bring your attention and awareness to your left heel. From here, we're going to come into a twisted lunge. Your blocks here may be helpful. Push through that left heel, maybe no hands. Slowly turn your right foot forward, come onto your left toes, bring your left wrist under your left shoulder and squeeze your lats. Push through the lats, protract. Right hand comes up, we're in a beautiful twist here. Breathe here, like really feel the body open up here. This truly is one of my favorite shapes. Take an inhale, exhale, bring the right hand down, but pause here. Stack your joints, protract, bring the right knee to the nose. Oh my goodness, hold here. Doing really well. I know this is awkward. Step right foot back, high plank. Exhale, come down for the push-up. Inhale, press back up. Sorry about that. Send the hips back. Good. Inhale, sweep the chest through, cobra or up dog. Well done. Back to a downward facing dog. Tuck chin, lift hips, down dog. Nice work, everyone. Now from here you can stay with the feet jumping outside the hands, or you're welcome to do a little handstand hop. So if you would like, you're welcome to bring the right foot forward and let this left leg hang. And we're going to jump our way between our hands. So have a play with how you do this. Doesn't matter what you do along the way. Half lift, inhale, exhale, fold forward. All right, from here, walk your feet out to a squat position, drop your hips. And then slowly we find our squat. And again, we're all back to this start position. Bring your foot to your weight to your left foot. How slowly, like Mr. Miyagi, can you lift that right knee up and pause? Here, inhale. Here we go, exhale, extend right leg. Bring femur bone into hip socket. Pull that right femur bone in. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, find aeroplane pose, Dekasana. Keep a bend in the left knee though for this version. Inhale, round the spine, compress, and exhale, extend right foot out in front. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, send it back, Dekasana. Inhale, we lift up one more time here. Exhale, extend, hold this position here, really lift, and slowly, like how slowly, like 5 breaths. Bend the left knee, bend the left knee, bend the left knee. We'll be exploring our shrimp squat today. Step right foot to back of mat, drop right knee, double bent lunge. Woo. All right, so we want to tuck the tailbone here, breathe. Find the tripod of the left foot. Inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale, push away with the back heel, and we find arrowhead. Back quad squeezes, back kneecap lifts. Front toes, left toes are splayed and light. Breathe here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Maybe keep back legs straight if that's there for you. Warrior 2, we open it up, settle. Blade edge of back foot down, left hip opens, and press into blade edge of right foot, lift inner arches, settle into Vira 2. Breathe. How are your thoughts now? Like, where has your mind gone? Has it gone to your emails? Has it gone to the should-haves of yesterday? Has it gone to the things that are unfolding tomorrow on the weekend? And are they thoughts that open or close you? Come back to here. You might not like what's here right now, but come back to your body, the fact that you get to do this. Take a breath in. Exhale, stay. Push through the left heel. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, we bend into the right knee. And make sure that your right foot is about 45 degrees. We find Skandasana. So slowly just allowing the body to drop into Skandasana. I'm just turning my head so that you can hear me talk. So again, we want to make sure the right heel is on the ground for this. So if it's not, come up a little bit. So you're working into your ankle mobility. From here, push through your right heel. Maybe not use your hands. Walk back to front of mat. Square off hips. Right hand must be under right shoulder. And then I want you to do this. Push away. Like use your lats here. And then bend that left knee. Bring that left hand open. We're maintaining a protraction here. So really using your lats on the right to hold. Take one more breath. Bring the left hand down. If you've got the protraction organically, that left knee is going to hover into the chest. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Step it back. High plank. Exhale to a push up. You can always drop your knees. Inhale, press back up. And then exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, sweep through, whatever you choose is fine. And then we're dropping the knees again and pause. Take a moment here. Mouth closes, breathe in through the nose, belly rises. Breathe out through the nose, belly falls. Observe what's happening. What's your body doing? What thoughts are we choosing to give our energy, attention, and ammo to? Because that is precisely what we're growing. When we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, probably more these days, it's really important to focus on what it is that you do want rather than what you do not. It's that simple. So we are now going to add in a shrimp squat. I will give you an option for a shrimp, or if a pistol squat is in your practice, I'll give you that option. The blocks are really helpful for this, so you're going to need one block at the top of your mat. So I'm going to just place one block here. You can just adjust it when you get there. We're going to start with a shrimp squat, and then I'll offer you a pistol if that is in your practice. If not, stay with a shrimp. From where you are, we're going to find ourselves back into a down dog. We've got another flow of exactly that same sequence with a few things like added and tweaked on. And I think this is exactly what I did this morning, so I'm really proud that I remembered it. I try to not plan anything, so I feel like I'm doing good to remember what we did this morning. So let's pop up into a downward facing dog, and just for fun, we're going to do 5 handstand hops on the right, 5 on the left, because for me, this is one of the best feel-good things I do every day. And look, if you don't enjoy it, you don't enjoy it, but you don't have to give it a go. So we're going to bring the right foot in a little bit. This is one of the best ways I've found to learn how to handstand consistently, is doing these little sort of sprinter hops. And I'll demonstrate first so you can have a watch. I'm using this right leg to launch from. You can see here that I'm using this as a spring to then get my hips over my shoulders. So what we're going to do here, I'll just demonstrate one to have a look. I'm pressing down into the hands. I'm trying to get my back leg straight as I kick up, which is my left. So I'm going to give a little launch here. That's just a little one, as you can see. You're welcome to stay with that or go for a full split leg handstand. We're going for 5. So you're going to hop up for 1, and then just do 5 in your own time. It'll actually cook your legs. I want you to try to be the same every single time. So try to catch the same height every single time you come up, and that will allow you to practice this repetition and consistency and allow you to start to get familiar with how it feels. Feel free to change the legs in mid-air, and we do 5 on the left side. Maybe a little bit difficult this side. Fantastic. That's why we practice it. It's called a practice. Be gentle with yourself, with your experience. My goodness, I'm starting to cook. So 2 more for me. And then we will bring the feet to the hands at the top of the mat when you've done your 5. Have fun with that transition. Don't care what you do. Oh, goodness. Woo, forward fold. Make sure you close your mouth, breathe through your nose. All right, let's play. Everyone always gets worried when I say that. From where you are, chin to chest, ripple up the spine. Notice the sweat. I'm actually dripping here. So take a moment here to settle. Nasal breathing. Your block will be next to your right foot, okay? We're going to start here. If you're new to shrimp squats, you're going to be placing the block on the highest height with the right foot next to the left, and you'll be bringing the left knee to the block. I'm going to place my block down to the side. I don't need it for my shrimp squats, but the main thing is just to make sure your heel is not lifting off the ground, so we use the block to connect to. So I'll use the block in the first one so you can see what I'm doing. We bring our attention to our right foot. We start the same way we just did before. Inhale, lift up the left knee. Exhale, extend the left leg out in front. Inhale, draw the knee up. Now exhale, we compress. Bring the arms out, sternum to pubic bone, drop the knee to the block. Inhale, coming up, and then exhale, extend. Again, inhale, knee comes up. Exhale, shrimp squat, knee to block. Our floor, arms out in front. Inhale, come up. Now this is where if you pistols in your practice, you're welcome to give it a go. Exhale, leg goes out in front. Take an inhale, shrimp squat or pistol if that's for you. Coming down, finding your destination. We come back up. Find your way to Dekasana, airplane pose. My goodness, that just cooked my legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, float slowly. The left foot back. Drop left knee. It is a double bent lunge, tuck tailbone here. Breathe in. Exhale, arrowhead. Breathe out. Inhale, back to crescent lunge. Maybe back leg straight if that serves you. Exhale, open Viratu. Shoulders, traps relaxed. Inhale, come up, star. Exhale, Skandasana. Okay, we're going to play here. From Skandasana, we're finding half moon. Hands or no hands. Start to move yourself into Ardha Chandrasana. Now, right foot faces forward. Right hand to ground. And start to move into, you've got a block there if you need to, please use it. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Press away, big toe mound of left foot, soften right knee is needed. Now listen up here. We're going to do some squatting and some core work. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl into a little ball, bend your right knee, bring left knee really hard to talk. Breathe in, expand. Exhale, draw in, squeeze. Inhale, expand, half moon. One more time, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, half moon. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Left foot meets right foot slowly. Woo. Inhale, left elbow to right knee, twist. We're going to still play with this little squat sequence. Look down, push your right heel, twisted flamingo pose. Lift left heel up, hold here. Can you step left foot to back of mat? Twisted lunge, breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Left hand down, right hand up, stay here, or lift that right foot up. Maybe coming all the way over to your wild thing. Breathe in, slow transition. Right hand down, down dog. And then maybe from your down dog, you bring the forearms down, drop the head, sweep it through. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Back to down dog. We're nearly there. We are so close. Woo! Now, you have choices. You can jump your feet outside your hands, or you can do a handstand hop, or you can just crawl and ignore me and bring your feet between your hands, however that is. Have a play, like 5 breaths. Explore being creative, let it be messy, or maybe you just catch it and you're like, wow, that feels good. Wherever you are, we're bringing our feet to our hands, forward fold, let it go. Last time through, grab your block if you use that. Inhale, half lift, exhale, fold. Here we go. Roll up the spine. Last time. Take a moment, pause, observe. You know, I spent nearly 3 decades in disordered eating. I write about it in my book, What's Your Language? My thoughts were consistently those of lack, unworthiness, and not feeling enough. My body was constantly closed, but no one taught me to listen to my body. No one taught me that my body was a reflection of my thoughts. And if I was to pay attention to the thoughts and the energy that I was putting towards that, just maybe I might have been able to heal. Your body will be your biggest teacher you will ever have. Our job is to tune in, to not judge it, to observe it, to listen to it, and to choose again. Take a moment to observe just how powerful and amazing your vehicle is. Press down through your left foot. Here we go. Inhale, lift the right. Exhale, extend. Here we go. Inhale, knee lifts. Exhale, shrimp squat. Use your block. Make sure that left heel is not coming off the ground. Bring right heel to bum. Slowly we come up. We inhale, lift, and exhale, extend. Inhale, knee lifts. Exhale, we again shrimp squat. And again, the last one will be a pistol if you'd like to do it. Inhale, we come up. Now exhale, extend. This is definitely my interesting side. Coming down for a pistol or your shrimp squat. Do your best to come back up. Find your way into, oh my goodness, your Dekasana airplane pose. Take an inhale. Soften your left knee, soften, soften, soften. Right foot touches down, right knee bends, double bent lunge. Tripod of left foot, breathe in. Exhale, arrowhead pose. We are so close, guys. You're doing amazing. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, star pose. That should feel good. Exhale, Stekhasana. Make sure right heel is on ground. Take an inhale, set the pose. Should feel amazing. Exhale, half moon. Scoot your left foot forward. Left knee bends, left hand to ground. Take your time as you lift the right leg up, open right hip. We inhale and exhale, bring right elbow to right knee, but bend the left. So we're single leg squatting here. Woo. And we inhale, come up. Exhale, curl in, bend left knee. Woo. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Now stay curled. And we're going to find our chair pose. Right foot to left foot, bum is screaming here. Inhale, chair pose. My goodness. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Okay, I love this transition. A twisted flamingo pose, look down for balance. Keep the compression and the left foot on the ground. Bring the right foot up. Guys, this is it. We're doing so well. Now slowly step right foot to back, go wide. And then set up your twisted lunge here. You can always put that back knee down. Take a breath in, right hand to ground, make sure right wrist stacks. So right wrist under shoulder, protract. Now we slowly plank. Maybe you stay in a side plank. Or maybe you bring this leg up and over and find some sort of a back bend. Breathe in slowly, like how slow? Left hand comes down, I'm losing my breath here. Down dog, pause. From down dog, bend the elbows, duck dive. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Drop the knees, hips back, child's pose. 5 breaths here. We have one last little bit in the sequence to go. I'm going to try to, we'll get it done. If you need to pause more, take it. If not, we're going to come up to a down dog. I'm going to recommend using your 2 blocks under your hands. I did this morning and I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm going to share it with you guys. This will help your pistol squats a lot. Lift up, downward facing dog. Again, take more rest if you need to. I'm just aware of the time. From your downward facing dog, ripple forward, high plank, bring right knee to nose. Compress, bring right knee to right elbow. Maintain protraction down to right wrist. Maintain protraction over to left wrist. Maintain protraction up to left. Knee to nose. Step right foot between the hands. Bring the blocks to the highest height. And we drop the left knee down. Long lunge here. Untuck the toes for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Should feel really nice. Now use your 2 blocks. Start to lift up and we come back to a hamstring stretch here, half monkey. I'm going to take those 2 blocks with me just to demonstrate where we're going. We're going to go into a little bit of compression work here. Now you can stay right here if this feels good, if not lift your torso. Keep the fingers on the blocks for a bit of balance if you need, if not we're lifting that right foot up. And we're going to pull the femur bone into the socket, let your hands go for 10. Breathe here, play around with this space. Soften the face here, you're doing amazing everyone. Take 1 more breath in, walk it back. We're going to find a lizard lunge, bring 1 block in front of you or 2. And then from here, we just bring the forearms down and we find lizard. Come into blade edge of right foot, let go. If you don't need the block, that's fine, just come down lower. My hips are feeling really good this morning actually. So just enjoy what this pose feels like for you. Take an inhale. And stay for the exhale. You know what? We might play with something while we're here. We'll take 3 more breaths. We might play with a forearm balance. I still get scared coming into these ones, but to be honest, I love chasing the fear these days. Because why? It feels good. We live once and our bodies are capable of way more than you think they are.
So if you're coming with me, we're going to transition from this position actually. You're going to place your forearms down the ground and do your best to swivel that right leg out to the right, bring the right knee next to the left knee like this, and we find a dolphin plank. Now you're welcome to stay right here. As I said, I could potentially very easily face plant this, so feel free to come with me or not. We're going to start to lift up, working compression. So I'm pressing down in those forearms, and I'm going to walk my feet in, finding a dolphin dog. Now you might stay here, or if it feels good for you, you can start to lift up and have a play. Try to find some sort of a balance potentially. Wherever you are is fine. I'm wobbling all over the place this morning, so have fun with it. And we stay for 3 more breaths wherever you are. Press the forearms down into the ground, and then slowly, wherever you are, practice. Woo. Coming back down to a dolphin dog potentially. Oh. Walk it out, dolphin plank. Drop the hips down, Sphinx pose. Holy. I've just turned my palms up for something different. Squeeze the scapula, breathe. There's a little passage here at the rest of this chapter that says this. Remember, it's the feelings that will bring the things to you, not the thoughts alone. It's the feelings that create the magnetism and the vibration in the waves we send out. It's the feelings that come from our thoughts that either bring the things to us or send them away. From Sphinx pose, we're finding our way back to a down dog, and again I'm going to invite you to use your 2 blocks. We are so close to the end, everyone. You're doing really well. Downward facing dog. Last time through here, this little hip flow and compression. Ripple forward, bring left knee into nose. Shoulders over wrist, protract. Left knee, left elbow. Left knee, left wrist, protract. Over to right, up to right elbow, protract. Knee to nose, step left foot between hands, drop right knee down, blocks on high. Soften your pubic bone down. Slowly, hips go back. We find half bunky. Take blocks with you. Start this movement with hands on blocks or fingertips. Now from here we want to bring the torso up and bring sternum to pubic bone. That's your compression. Now try to bring the left femur bone into the hip socket. I like to push away with a big toe mound of my left foot. Draw that femur bone in. We hold for 8. Woo! Hands are loose here. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot steps. We then drop right down into our lizard lunge. I love this pose. I don't do it enough. It's delicious. And again, I'm feeling really open in my hips, so I'm going to drop my forearms down to the floor and just let go here. Now we're not going into a dolphin again, we're actually done. This is it. So, take 2 more breaths here. And we're going to just have a very lazy transition here. Come onto your hands, round the spine. Walk that left foot out to the left, so big external rotation here. And we just slowly from here lower to the ground, untuck the toes, and just land. Oh, this feels good. So again, good feelings can come from these yoga poses. Notice how different this is as opposed to like that dolphin dog. We can either choose to hang on to the dolphin dog and take it with us and miss out on here, or we can choose to just be here and notice how this feels. And that's always on us. From here, simply flop over, grab a block. We're going straight into a twist and then Shavasana. So from here, I'll face your way first. You're going to tip onto the right hip, bring the left leg over to a block this time, a lot more passive, and let the left arm just swing out to the left. Take a few breaths here. If it's with our willpower, that like I did, we can choose thoughts of lack for nearly 3 decades and not feeling enough or unworthy, to judge our body, to criticize, to wish it to be something different.
then it's with our willpower that we can choose again, and we can lean into acceptance and contentment of what is here. And that's what it invites: more of this feeling good, more acceptance, more gratitude to what we have rather than what we do not, and a beautiful feeling of contentment to be accepting of this skin we're in. Slowly come up to neutral, grab your block or use your other one. Tuck left hip under right, right leg comes across to block, open up through shoulders, scapula, let your armor come off, breathe in and breathe out, relax and let go. Our next destination is simply Shavasana, and I like to take you through full Shavasana so that I'm not cutting it short. Extend your legs, turn the shoulders up by palms facing up, fingers gently curled. Take out your hair tie if that's annoying you, and I want you to take a moment here to dive into the feeling of awe for your body. Look what you just did. You need nothing more than that. Look what you have. You just did this practice. You got 2 feet and a heartbeat. You get to watch this on a device. You get to have today. Take a moment and close your eyes and just dive into that feeling for a couple of breaths. And then when you're ready, just let all of that go and we surrender. I invite you to bring your hands to your body, this gesture here. Do it without any resistance. This is your body, your vehicle. It is an absolute weapon that communicates with you day in, day out as to what it needs. Place your hands on your body and say thank you. Thank you to this vehicle for everything that it just did. Take your time today to listen to this. When things show up in your body and in your thoughts, they thank you because you have just then become aware. You've become aware of how it makes you feel. And if it opens you, stay with it. If it closes you, choose again. When you feel ready, you just bend your knees and just roll to your left-hand side. Curl into a little ball and just pause. Whatever your day has been, has been. What you do have is now. Pay attention as you move through your day today. Tune in if you are watering the weeds or if you are choosing to water your plants. Go with the one that feels good for you and keep coming back to that. When you feel ready, come up to a seated position. Take your time. I want you to focus on 3 things here. I need to roll your shoulders back, open your heart, and lift your head. As you use your phones today and your devices, notice how that it's the opposite of this. And if that doesn't make your body feel good, being in a position that closes you, I invite you to do something different with your phone. I invite you to get off your phones in public. I invite you to put your phone in your pocket, to look up, to connect with another human, to walk around feeling confident, shoulders back, heart open, head up. The moment your head's in your phone, you've given away your power. And if we lose our power, we lose our focus to presence and the feel-goods. We start to focus on lack, fear, unworthiness, doubt, worry, and anxiety. Ask yourself the question, is that really what I want? So phone in your pocket today when you're outside, shoulders back, heart open, head up. Bring your thumbs to your prefrontal cortex, this incredible area that we humans have as choice. When our heads are down in our phones, we lose connection to that, and we lose connection to the feel-goods. I encourage you to stay here. With so much love and gratitude, thank you for your practice. Namaste. I hope that you got something out of that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Don't be afraid to give it a like, share it out, comment, let me know how you feel. I'm sweaty, I'm hungry, and I'm really, really grateful that I've got this body to do this in, and I hope that you feel the same. If you're interested in feeling a little bit good and adjusting your thoughts from those of judgment and comparison over to acceptance and self-compassion, I've written a book about it. It's called Watch Your Language, and it's available 25% off at the moment through Booktopia, Amazon, and through my website, watchyourlanguage.com. I'll also be presenting in schools all of this year. I'm into New Zealand in March, and my job this year is to get people off their phones in public. Big tech, social media is really affecting not only our nervous system, but our self-talk. If you want to know more about it, send me a DM, jump over to my website, or get me into your school, and we can go from there. Be kind to you today, and remember, as always, to watch your language.